What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? You're probably wondering, man, the name changed and the title of the video. So in this video, I'm going to let you know why the name changed, why it took so long, and what's going on, and what you're going to be expecting for the coming year. Why the name change? Let's give you some history on why it was Night of Light 90. Night of Light 90 was basically my gamer tag, and still is my gamer tag from Xbox. Whenever I got Halo 3, I was on my cousin's console at the time and I needed to have my own account. So I made that. I didn't want to be Night of Darkness. So I was like, let's be Night of Light and let's add my year, 90. And it just stuck. After a while, I was in a band, and after the band, I didn't really have a direction in life. So I kind of like made like an idea of what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something in editing. I wanted to do something with music. I wanted to do something with video games. I wanted to do something with being a nerd. And I just had a vague idea what it was. And then when I became a streamer and started doing that, I just took my gamer tag and did that. I would talk to people's streams and people would call me Knight, and it was not bad. So I started streaming in like 2020 on no, actually a little bit earlier than that. I started in like 2019 on Mixer with like Destiny 2 streaming from my Xbox. And whenever our Final Fantasy 7 came out, I started streaming on Twitch. And I just used my gamer tag because that was super easy. After a while, I started meeting a community. They knew my real name and they started calling me Jimmy. Jimmy is what my family calls me. I am Jim, and my dad's name is Jim, and my grandpa's name is Jim. So I'm known as Jimmy. And it doesn't really bother me at this age. I'm 32 and people can call me Jimmy. I don't care. I'll respond to it. But last year I was in my friend's chat and he was like, "Oh, I thought you were going to do your name change." And it just seemed like that was a logical thing. I was like, huh. I never didn't think about that, but you know what? Maybe. Kind of was festering, and I was like, you know what? I need something that's a little bit more me. So whenever I go into someone's chat, it says Jimmy, and people can immediately see that it is. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy. It's makes it one thing. It can be so many things, and that's kind of why I wanted to do that. Why the name St. Jimmy? St. Jimmy is a song off the record American Idiot, one of my favorite albums of all time. It was very influential to me whenever it came out, and still to this day I'll listen to it front to back. And whenever that song came out, I identified, obviously biased because Jimmy, but it's also kind of like not me because it's the anti-hero of the album. It's also kind of like, not necessarily anti-hero, but kind of like he's like the antagonist. He's kind of like, I'm here to do this, and it's kind of like the opposite of me. So it's like my version of that St. Jimmy. So it's not necessarily beep or beep, but it's like this is me personified in a way, if that makes sense. So that's why. So one of the goals of what I wanted to do while becoming a streamer was starting to do covers. And what does that look like? I wanted to do to like the best of my ability, and I wanted to do most of the instrumentation that I could do, like guitar, bass, and drums. For the longest time, I've always wanted to do drum covers. I've always wanted to do it. I never played drums as a kid, but I always could think about doing it like this. And for the past year I've been really practicing and listening and just really going in on the drums, and I'm comfortable enough to start doing it maybe on stream. I'm not to the point of where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a badass, I'm so great. So with some of the goals that I want to do this year, I want to do TikTok covers, I want to do regular covers, I have a few ideas that I want to do, some classic oldies and some like maybe Beach Boy stuff. I'm going to continue doing manga reactions. I'm going to stream story games and RPGs. I want to start doing certain months where I'm streaming certain games, certain type of games, but this year is just going to be so packed of games. And I have a decent idea what I'm going to do, what months and what games I'm going to be doing. It depends on what announcements that are going to happen, and that might change up my schedule, but I'm going to be scheduling what games I'm going to be doing this year, and that is going to be very imperative in what I want to do. So as for a stream schedule, the stream schedule is going to be from right now, I'm thinking Thursday nights, Friday nights, Saturday nights, and Sundays into Sunday nights. Let's go to my influences, right? The 5 influences I have are King of Lightning, Maximilian Dude, Asmongold, Thong DeLong, and Rocker Joe. Rocker Joe is a really good friend of mine, and the reason why he's here is because he's accepted me in his community, and also just seeing how he is with his community and how he is very diverse. He has a lot of similarities and a lot of energy that I like to bring. Like, he likes RPGs, he likes Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, Dragon Ball Z, and certain things that I like. But King of Lightning does a really, really good anime reactions, and it's inspired me and many others, not just him, but like, he's like the #1 person that I want to be like in that category. Maximilian Dude is another person who likes story games and likes breaking down fighting games and also classic games. Asmongold, because he does like talking and like just like conversing with his chat and having such a community that's such like a off the cuff and also just very honest. I want to emulate not everything that he does, but like in a way have a community to build towards. Thong DeLong, on the other hand, is a person that I discovered just because of the front page of Twitch, and he was doing emo songs, he was doing pop punk songs, he was doing hardcore songs. And the reason why he's here is because he was also having something similar with all the other guys that I'm watching, and their community is sick. And I'm not saying the other people that are out there, like Matt Hafey from Trivium, and Andrew Kingsley from Unleash the Archers, and Grant from Unleash the Archers, and Nick from Unleash the Archers, and people from like All the Remains. Like, there's so many musicians that are on here that I'm not taking away from them, but like Thong DeLong is like been a really big inspiration towards me in this process of what I want to do. Another one of those goals I wanted to do is have 1,000 everywhere. Trying to reach 1,000 on Instagram, 1,000 on Twitch. Definitely want to be active more on Discord. Discord is definitely something that I'm trying to get better at that too. When I'm not streaming, I'm going to also be on my Discord. Just going to be like streaming an anime that I'm watching. I'll just be in there muted, like, and just mute yourselves, and you can just watch the anime with what I'm watching at the time. And then maybe we can have like a discussion on what to watch next, or what I have to watch, because I don't see a lot of people talking about like Escaflowne, and that's something that I've been watching and I got recently. Also, just like communicative, like there's a lot of games that I want to do that are zombies maybe, or something like that. We're doing like, we're Pokemon and trading and all that kind of stuff. So I really want to revamp my Discord, because it's not really active. It's kind of my design, because I've been anticipating this name change and just trying to do everything in the background before that happens. And like, I've been editing here on the Discord, editing there, and making this happen to try to be like, all right, if we have a bunch of people come in, what are they going to expect? What do they want to see? What options do they have in there? Or what else can they just discover in there? So it's just trying to think from the user standpoint. I'm having everything revamped. I will have all my links down below and all that kind of stuff. So I'm ready for this year, and be ready for a lot of content to be coming out, because I have a lot of things that I'm preparing for. I don't have a time limit on when I'm going to start things, but just know that they are in the works. And if you guys have suggestions on songs too, please, I have channels in my Discords that you guys can go and suggest stuff. So without further ado, I've been StJimmy, and I hope you have a great day. I hope you give me a sub, a follow. Have a good day.